Afternoon, everybody. Me again, Shannon Fox here, Devoted Patriots 2 channel, and I have got some great news for you today. I believe Kash Patel will be confirmed. He is probably going to be the most detrimental to the deep state. No doubt about it. Adam Schiff was shaking in his boots today. I could see it. I could see the look on his face. I could see the look on Elizabeth Warren's face when she's screaming at the top of her lungs about RFK cutting into her big pharma money. Tulsi Gabbard was doing great as well. I watched as much of these hearings as I could today while I was at work, or listened to them anyway. And three going at one time, it's kind of hard to keep up with. But I got a few highlights here for you today, folks, and a couple of drops of information that I just happened to dig up and find. The reason people like Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders are against RFK Jr. is big pharma money. They make a million plus a year, 800,000 a year, just on big pharma super PAC money alone. And I'll show you a few statistics. You stick around, folks. All right, this first clip here I thought was nothing but good stuff. This is Senator John Kennedy asking the right question.
If you're not ticking off some people, you're not doing your job right.
My colleague and friend Senator Durbin called you a conspiracy theorist. You remember that?
I do, Senator.
You were instrumental in revealing that the Trump-Russia election collusion hoax was a hoax, weren't you?
Yes, sir. I was a lead investigator.
Yep.
Sounds to me like we need to get some new conspiracy theories, because all the old ones turned out to be true.
Facts matter, Senator.
Yeah. I mean, conspiracy theorists are up something like 37 to nothing.
That's a fact, folks. Kash Patel did let us know a lot about what was going on with the deep state. He knows the deep state better than most. He knows where all the bodies are buried, and that's why they're terrified to put him in charge, because he's going to get rid of some people. And I've got a list of some of those people, too. Some of the people that need to go. There's lots of lists going on Twitter today involving people that took the money from big pharma, from big military, these people that are against Robert F. Kennedy and the new FBI director. It's because they're either crooks or they've done something illegal and they're scared of Kash Patel or Robert F. Kennedy Jr. cutting into their money, or Tulsi Gabbard cutting into their way of running the military. So they're scared on all three fronts, folks, no doubt about it. This here is probably my favorite clip of the day. This is old nasty Amy Klobuchar. She was just telling Kash Patel that she had wish she had 5 hours to read all his transcripts and ask him questions, and he handled it perfectly. Check it out.
Read the rest of the interview. This is why snippets of information are often misleading and detrimental to this committee's advice and consent process.
If you consent, I would love to have 5 hours of questions, and then I could read the whole transcript.
You've got 2 minutes.
Wow.
Damn!
Read the rest of the interview.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. You got 2 minutes, lady. You better ask quick. Yeah, he handled this like a pro. Kash Patel is one of the best people for the job as far as qualifications go, and he's smarter than most of these people. He can put most of these people in there. He knows these people's jobs better than they know it, and he's been just so entrenched in our intelligence agencies for so many years. He's been a prosecutor and a defense attorney. He's seen both sides of the fence. He's the right man for the job, because he's going to do the right thing. He's going to seek out justice. That's why the Democrats are freaking the F out, including this clown. I don't think I'll put you through 4 minutes of this, but here's Adam crying, or here's Simpson neck Adam Schiff.
You're being considered for director of the FBI. And here,
I hate to put you through this. I hate Adam Schiff as much as I hate, well, I won't use the word hate. I really despise that man for the weasel that he is, and I'll just leave it at that. We'll listen to a couple of minutes of his attempt to smear Kash, but really what it is, it's fear. because he knows those pardons are only going to go so far with the things that he's done. He's defamed Trump and 100 people, and could be sued for it at any point in time. Going on CNN and MSNBC every day and lying for 7 years, there should be some liability there. Just my opinion. All right, here we
Here,
go.
you did no diligence to find out whether people you were associating with now the President of the United States in song were convicted of attacking police officers. Is that who we want running the FBI? I want you to turn around. There are Capitol Police officers behind.
Kash Patel helped promote the J6 song that came out from the J6 choir, and the proceeds went to helping the families of the people that have incarcerated husbands and wives, and just to help out with the whole situation. And I think it was a great idea. It worked out good. It was #1 on Spotify for weeks. They obviously raked in some money, which is better than a GoFundMe account. But because Kash Patel was somehow a part of that, he's now going, look, some of these people that were in that choir were not only J6ers incarcerated insurrectionists, but they were also violent. And so you promote that, doesn't really work, but he tries.
Behind you. They're guarding us. Take a look at them right now. Turn around.
I'm looking at you. You're talking to me.
No, look at them. I want you to look at them if you can, if you have the courage to look them in the eye, Mr. Patel,
Wow.
and tell them you're proud of what you did. Tell them you're proud that you raised money off of people that assaulted their colleagues, that pepper sprayed them, that beat them with poles. Tell them you're proud of what you did, Mr. Patel. They're right there. They're guarding you today. Tell them how proud you are.
That's an abject lie, and you know it.
How
I've
proud you are.
never, ever accepted violence against law enforcement. I've worked with these men and women, as you know,
You
my entire
glorified
life,
it in song,
and I did
Mr.
not
Patel.
make a single dime out of
In
it.
song. Well, let me.
How about you ask them if I have their backs, and let's see about that
answer. Let me
answer.
ask you this, Mr. Patel. Let me ask
There
you
you
this.
go.
If an FBI director promoted a song of people who sprayed pepper spray in the face of an FBI agent,
Well, there were probably FBI agents shooting those tear gas cannons and those rubber bullets raining down on the crowd. So turnabout's fair play at that point. Just my opinion, but
would you say they were fit to be director?
Mr. Schiff,
Yes or no? Would they be fit to be director?
I am fit to be the director of the FBI.
there it
If
is.
you were the FBI director and you promoted a song with someone who beat an FBI agent with a pole, would you say you were fit to be FBI director?
Mr. Schiff, I am fit to be FBI director based on my 16
And
years
yet
of
you
government
did all
service.
these things, Mr. Patel. You can say, oh, I support law enforcement. I decry violence against law enforcement. You can say all that.
Sad part is Kash Patel was trying to get the National Guard deployed before the incident, during the incident, and he literally couldn't get it.
It's what you did, Mr. Patel, that matters. It's what you did that matters. Well, let me ask you about something else that you did, Mr. Patel. Did you claim that Donald Trump declassified all the documents at Mar-a-Lago? Did you claim that?
In what proceeding?
To the public, ever? Did you tell anyone that Donald Trump declassified all the documents at Mar-a-Lago?
From publicly available information, President Trump issued a declassification order on a variety of materials.
No, I'm just asking you, did you tell the public, did you tell anyone, did you make the claim that Donald Trump had declassified those hundreds of classified documents that were at Mar-a-Lago? Did you make that claim
From
publicly?
my best of my recollection, I said President Trump issued a declassification order to a large number of documents.
Yeah, and were you present when he declassified all the Mar-a-Lago documents?
Senator, I'm not saying he declassified all the Mar-a-Lago documents. I said President Trump declassified a large number of documents, and I would hope this committee and the rest of Congress would want to get those documents to the American people.
Mr. Patel, before a president or anyone declassified documents, wouldn't you want to know whether making the public would cause sources to be killed? Wouldn't you want to know that before you just declare they're all declassified? Wouldn't that be the responsible thing for a president to do?
He's trying this gotcha thing, and it's not working too well for him.
transcripts. And I would also ask Mr. Patel whether you support the release of Volume 2 as it pertains to you of the special counsel's report.
Adam Schiff is now trying to get him to give up transcripts of everything he's ever done, so they can pick to it like with a fine tooth comb and hope they find something he did or said that was needs to be brought back up before Congress before he can be confirmed. This is a delay tactic, not working. Don't go for it. Will you agree to delay the game? Now, this here was a great clip as well. This is RFK Jr. I listened to several hours of this as well. He blows Bernie up with the truth. No doubt about it right here. Now, Bernie Sanders is worth about $1,200,000 a year due to Big Pharma's super PAC contributions alone. Him and Elizabeth Warren are the top two, making right at $1,800,000 to $1,200,000 each a year from Big Pharma. And it varies every year, but they do like 2-year plots where they literally give tons of money to both parties.
I'm going to make America healthier than other countries in the world right now.
Will you guarantee do what every other major country does? That's a simple question.
And by the way, Bernie, the problem of corruption is not just in the federal agencies, it's in Congress too. Almost all the members of this panel are accepting, including yourself, are accepting millions of dollars from the pharmaceutical industry.
Oh, no,
and protecting their interests.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought that would no. I ran for president like you. I got millions and millions of contributions. They did not come from the executives, not one nickel of PAC money from the pharmaceutical industry.
He didn't defend none of his Democrat partners, did he? RFK Jr. said, people in Congress, most of you, taking the money. Not me. Not me. I'm not taking the money. My money because I was running for president. No. We looked this up already. Bernie Sanders takes money every year for the last dinosaur age 50 years or more. For as long as he's been in government, this man has been taking the big pharma money. They love the super PAC money. They love the military industrial complex super PAC money coming in. They can't turn away the contracts. They can't turn away the lobbyists. And he is one of the worst about saying, I'm for the people. Or he tells big business, come on with it. Bring it on.
They came from workers.
In 2020, you were the single largest
because I had
receiver of pharmaceutical money
from workers all over this country. Workers,
you were the
not a nickel from corporate PACs.
You were the single largest acceptor of pharmaceutical dollars.
No, from workers in
1.5 million.
Yeah, out of 200 million. All right, but
he's lying. He's lying. We got the facts, folks. The facts are out. Big Bernie and Elizabeth Warren are top of the list, $1,200,000 and $800,000+ a year just from one particular super PAC in the big pharma business. And there's a lot of super PACs. There's actually 115 super PACs that all have to do with the big pharma. $8,407,460 in 2023 to 2024 was given to the Republicans, and $6,686,676 to the Democrats. So, total of $15 million, a little over $15 million, was given to both parties in a little over a year's time. And if you look, we've got big companies in here like AbbVie, Pfizer, Eli Lilly, Merck and Company, Johnson & Johnson. These are the vaccine companies as well. Gilead Science, Syncora, I haven't heard of that one. But there's a bunch of them. And for the most part, they're all on the fence. They pay to both parties. This red, blue, and yellow down here and pink at the bottom is basically showing over here on the side how these people contribute to which party particularly. And the answer is they're all on the fence. They will contribute to either party if they'll take their money and they'll vote for them. These people are open for business. No doubt about it. And I found this on opensecrets.org. Any of y'all want to get over and check it out, you can actually get over here and Google around and find out the actual dollar amount that every single politician has made every single year. including people like Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell was taking big pharma money in the 90s. I was looking at earlier. No joke, folks. And not a little money, a lot of money. $250,000 a year for big pharma. That's why these people end up being multimillionaires with their $100,000 a year job. Now, here's a reason why they fear Kash Patel, and this is another reason why he must be confirmed. The Durham report verdicts: Donald J. Trump, innocent; guilty, FBI, DOJ, IC, James Comey, McCabe, Strzok, Lisa Page, FISA judges, uh, Rosenstein, Chris Wray, Gina Haspel, Sally Yates, Lisa Monaco, John Carlin, Michael Sussin, Christopher Steele, Stephen Harper, Fusion GPS, Mark Elias, the Clintons, Hillary, Bruce OHR, and Nellie OHR. All these folks guilty of crimes on the Durham report. That's what they're worried about. They're worried about Kash Patel getting in there and going, come explain something to me. How come none of y'all have tried to do anything to fix the situation that we know you were criminals in? Time to turn yourself in or answer questions. Do a subpoena, waiting on incarceration. I'm ready for it, folks. I am so ready. If even half of these people get a subpoena and a court order and have to start singing, it's going to be ugly for the other 500 that are involved. But it's just a short list of some of the people that are terrified. There's probably some congressmen as well that were involved in this, like Adam Schiff, that had to be a part of this whole Chris Wray Steele dossier thing because they promoted the lie of the Russia hoax for so many years. I don't think they believed it. I think they just promoted it. And that's the truth at this point. In my opinion, they're a bunch of damn criminals, no doubt about it. This is my impression of Kash Patel pulling up on Adam Schiff as the new FBI director.
What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what?
What?
English, motherfucker! Do you speak it?
Yes.
Then you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
What country you from?
I could see Kash Patel kicking in the door going, Chris Wray, you know you did wrong. Adam Schiff, your pardon ain't counting on this particular situation here. Come with me. I'm ready. I'm so ready. I seen Bob Menendez got 11 years yesterday. That means that senators can start going to jail. Congressmen can start going to jail. FBI directors can start going to jail. Crooked politicians can start going to jail. Brandon Johnson, mayor of one of the mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, he had to be in hot water too, taking the money. Now, yesterday when we were talking about on my channel here, talking about how the press corps has now allowed podcasters and TikTokers and different type of media influencers to be in the press room, that's going to be able to make a huge difference on our ability to let the people's voice be heard. We don't just now have X to make things trend, to get them out there, to get them more exposed, to get people like Trump recognizing, oh, the American people prefer this. We've got that already with our free speech platforms. A few that we have, Rumble and X, and just a few. But now we've got real journalists in the White House at the press corps, going to be asking the right questions. And in turn, what we're doing is we're giving the power back to the people. And this guy explains it better than I could have, but he's absolutely right. For change to happen, you have to change the way things start, the way things were, to the way you want them to be. And we're fixing to have that, folks. We are evolving.
I just found a revolutionary idea.
We are evolving into a better system of government where the American people get to decide not only who's boss, but how things are dictated to us, how laws are made. That's the way it should be. should be the people's rule.
I just found a revolutionary idea on how to fix democracy by the famous Milton Friedman, the economist.
People have a great misconception in this way. They think the way you solve things is by electing the right people. It's nice to elect the right people, but that isn't the way you solve things. The way you solve things is by making it politically profitable for the wrong people to do the right thing.
And today, for the first time in history, this idea with the power of social media is actually possible. Social media lets all citizens to raise our voices and put pressure on politicians like never before. When enough people care about one topic, politicians are forced to listen like never before because their survival depends on public opinion. So it's not just about who we vote for, it's about holding them accountable every single day. And all of a sudden, not politicians are governing over the citizens, it's the other way around. But what do you think? Do you agree with the idea that society needs to change first? Let me know in the comments below.
He's right. He's absolutely right. We're literally taking the power away from these senators and politicians by telling them we got billions of dollars, we got millions of voters, and we got the willingness to find somebody better than you to primary your ass. If you're not doing your job properly, if you're a rhino, your ass is on short term, no doubt about it. And if you're a crazy left wing Democrat, we're gonna find an independent or a middle of the road Republican to come take your district. That's what's going to happen, folks. We're going to evolve the Democrats to being a better class of people, and we're going to evolve a lot of these uh, areas in the country to being a little more red, a little more pink, a little more purple, a little more closer to the norm where they need to be. Corrective government. I'm so ready, folks. And it starts with we the people having a voice in everything. And I love it. I love it. That is one of the most exciting parts of this whole situation happening. It's not just Trump's back in power. It's Trump's back in power, and we've got Elon Musk fighting for free speech across the entire map, including here in America. And we've got a monstrous team of people, not just Trump's picks, but a monstrous team of Americans that are pushing the noise out, pushing out the information, listening to the information, absorbing the information, getting in public forums, going back and forth, going to school board meetings, getting involved, becoming active citizens in their own country. And I'm so glad to see it. And I think a lot of the countries out there want to have what we have. They want the American dream, and they see how we're handling this socialist movement that has kicked our country in the teeth. And hopefully, people in Europe and all over the world will say, we can do it too. And I'm ready for that. Socialism is on its way out the door. People like George Soros are counting their chickens, and they're a little bit late to the game at this point. I think they've lost. The New World Order is going to be a shit sandwich for the next 4 years. They're going to do nothing but cry and complain that they can't do anything because Trump runs things. And I'm just glad to see it. We got 4 years of sanity back. And I believe it's going to be 8 or 12 years before the Democrats even have an opportunity to come back to normal. But I wish them all the best. I wish them all the luck in becoming a normal person. But at this point, most of them are a bunch of woke crazies, and not so much the Democrat people, the voters, but the politicians. And they've taken it off the rails. So they're going to have to dial it back somewhere or another, or lose forever. Either way, I'm okay. I wish they would dial it back, though. I'm so glad this DEI crap is over with. That is a glorious move by Trump. Now, this guy here, I listened to him a little bit. He says Doji is killing it, and I was unable to find this lap counter that he's got here on screen. I went over to Doji account and scrambled around looking for it. I don't know, maybe it was put on the Doji counter yesterday or the day before, so I can't actually uh, say that this is legit. It hasn't been fact checked to be wrong, but I found it on Twitter, and it says as of right now, the clock counter, when I found this a couple hours ago, is at $34 billion has been clawed back from the Doji Committee. We've actually got a clock counter. I talked about this on my channel a while back. I said I'll be glad to see a clock counter work in reverse for our deficit. and for money being saved for the country. If this is accurate, I love it. I love it. I'm glad to see it. That's good news, folks. I'm sure we are definitely dialing back the money. I go over to Doge every day and just read a handful of the things that make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. I'm talking about things like this right here. It says we it says in fiscal year 2024, U.S. Congress provided $516 billion in programs whose authorizations previously expired under federal law, meaning they were no good anymore. Nearly 320 billion of that 516 billion expired more than a decade ago. It shows you how shitty our Congress is. Our Congress is literally both sides, not one side, both sides, left and the right, are going. They've got expired programs 10, 20 years old for dissecting the sweat glands of a frog. Okay, put it in the bill. And they just keep on riding it down the road, keep on riding it down the road. This is what's wrong with government. This is why lobbyists and super PACs are a big part of the problem, because nothing ever, once something gets put into a bill, legislation, spending, it never wants to leave. And for the first time in history, they're going to claw some of that back. They're going to stop this. We're going to have probably $500 million to $1 trillion at least that they're able to go. There's no need to continue to pay for that and get rid of it. And this is just one more example of that. And for those of you that don't know, this is Department of Government Efficiency. It's the official government website, Elon's site for Doge, and you can get on this thing and you can scroll and find out minute by minute of everything that has happened in the last couple of hours involving Doge clawing back money or exposing waste that they're going to claw back. It's a great channel. Go check it out, folks. If you're on Twitter, go check it out. I do recommend it. All right, last clip of the day, folks. Hopefully, everybody's having a great day today. My day has been blessed. I can say that for a fact. And I got one more last clip for you. It's a little bit funny because it's so true. And sometimes when you hear something that's so true, it's just hilarious. Kind of like a meme. It says former president of Kenya, and that's Africa, mocks countries who are upset that Trump said he won't give blank checks to anyone to anymore to foreign governments. This is so good. So I'm sure since Trump stopped the foreign aid for around the world, I'm sure every 150 plus nations are going, oh, I miss my money. As of today, as of yesterday, as of this week, they're going, holy crap, what are we going to do without that extra $1 billion Trump that Biden was giving us?
People
Check this out. Good response.
Crying, oh, I don't know, Trump has removed money. He said he's not giving us any more money. Watu wanalia. Why are you crying? It's not your government, it's not your country.
That's right.
He has no reason to give you anything. I mean, you don't pay taxes in America. He is appealing to his people. Shauri yenu bwana. This is a wake-up call for you to say, okay, what are we going to do to help ourselves?
There it is.
Instead of crying, tujiulize, what are we going to do? Haya, ametoa hiyo pesa, sasa tutafanya namna gani jameni? What are we going to do?
Handle your business, figure it out. Stop waiting on a handout.
Yeah? To support ourselves. Because nobody is going to continue holding out a hand there to give you. It is time for us to use our resources for the right things. We are the ones who are using them for the wrong things.
He said it's mismanagement of our money because we don't handle our money right. We shouldn't think that people like Trump are going to always have a blank check for us. So get out and do your job. Figure out what you're going to do to get paid. Don't depend on some country that you don't pay taxes in to throw you a bone. That's all that is. That's throwing a bone. We have no more bones to give per Trump. I've heard it. I've seen it. I'm watching it in real time, just as you are. We have no more bones to give, and pardon my French, we have no more fucks to give about these countries that have never done one thing to help our country. Not one thing to help our economy. Not one thing to help with anything on a world view. Are they helping with climate? Are they helping with the things that seem to be so important to some of these crazy wackadoodles? No. They're not paying their way. They're not taking care of their business. They're not even able to defend themselves. And somehow or another, we're supposed to be feeding them too? Come on, man. If that's a little disheartening to somebody that thinks we need to feed everybody, I'm okay with feeding everybody. But first, let's make sure the America first, American people get fed first. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I got for you today, folks. Hopefully, everybody had a good day. Hopefully, everybody enjoyed. See you about this time, same place, same time tomorrow. Over and out.